Hi everyone, just trying to get the lighting. It's getting towards the end of the day now, so coming towards sunset, so the sun is just breaking through the bookshelves here I've got next to my bed. I'm going to go through. I found this printout of American Top 40 Top 100 Songs for 1988. I think I'll start with 100 and go up. I thought of singing like a line from each of the songs, like at least the title, but some of the songs I'm not that familiar with or forget how they go. So the ones that I'll just read out, and if I feel like singing, I'll burst into song. So, actually, I might just turn on the lights here. This is too dark for me to read. 1 second. All right, that's a bit better. Well, at least I can read the paper. Doesn't do much for the lighting on my face, anyway. Okay, number 100 is Prove Your Love by Taylor Dayne. Number 99 is Wait by White Lion. Number 98 is Nothing But a Good Time by Poison. Number 97 is Just Like Paradise by David Lee Roth. Number 96 is Valerie, Call Me, Steve Winwood. Number 95 is Never Tear Us Apart by INXS. I do know how that goes, but I think I'm getting the giggles now. 94 is I Found Someone, na 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 by Cher. Number 93 is I Still Believe by Brenda K. Starr. Number 92 is Cherry Bomb by John Cougar Mellencamp. Number 91 is You Must Have Been Kissing a Fool. That's George Michael. Number 90 is Can't Stay Away From You by Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine. Number 90. Number 89 is One Moment in Time. One Moment in Time. Whitney Houston. Number 88 is Don't You Know What the Night Can Do? Not that familiar with that one. Number Steve Winwood. Number 87 is Night and Day by Al B. Sure. 86 is I Don't Want to Live Without You. That's probably a really bad rendition there by Foreigner. Number 85 is I Hate Myself for Loving You by Joan Jett and the Black Hearts. Number 84 is We'll Be Together Tonight by Sting. Number 83 is Don't Shed a Tear by Paul Carrack. Number 82 is When It's Love by Van Halen. When It's Love That I'm Feeling, Van Halen. Number 81 is Piano in the Dark by Brenda Russell featuring Joe Esposito. Number 80 is coming in at, no, that's decent. At least it's in the top 100. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind by Petra Boys. Number 79 is Don't Be Cruel. No, that's the Elvis Presley version. This is Bobby Brown. It's not a cover of Elton John. It's Bobby Brown did Don't Be Cruel. It's not a cover of Elvis Presley's version of Don't Be Cruel. 78 is The Valley Road by Bruce Hornsby and The Range. Number 77 is, that's pretty good for an Australian band in 1988. Number 77 is Electric Blue. I just freeze every time you see through me and it's all over you. Electric Blue. That's Icehouse. Number 75 is Pink Cadillac by Natalie Cole. Number 74 is I Want Her by Keith Sweat. Number 73 is Say You Will by Foreigner. Number 72 is Everything Your Heart Desires by Daryl Hall and John Oates. Number 71, Candle in the Wind by Elton John. Number 69 is One Good Woman by Peter Cetera. Sure about that. Number 68 is Rocket to You by the Jets. 67 is If It Isn't Love by New Edition. So rather this paper is quite faded. It's just most of the printers are faded away a little bit. Number 86 is Catch Me I'm Falling Pretty Poison. I'm not sure of the songs or the band. Another Australian entry, number 65, A New Sensation, a new sensation in excess. Number 64 is Perfect World by Huey Lewis and the News. Number 63 is Mercedes Boy by Pebbles. Number 62 is 123 by Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine. Number 61 is Diana by Michael Jackson. And Me Girlfriend by Pebbles is up number 60. 59 is I Want to Be Your Man by Roger. Number 58 is Sign Your Name Across My Heart, I Want You to Be My Baby. Terence Trent D'Arby. I know he's changed his name since then. Number 57, I Get Weak. I Get Weak by Belinda Carlisle. Number 56 is Desire by U2. Number 55 is Don't You Want Me by Jodie Watley. Okay, heading into the 50s now. 57 is Out of the Blue. La la la. La 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 la. Something like that. Is Debbie Gibson. Number 50, Tell It to My Heart. Yeah, 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 yeah. Is Taylor Dane. Number 52 is What's on Your Mind, Pure Energy by Information Society. Number 51 is Make It Real by the Jets. Okay, hold on to your hats. And that means I'm at the halfway point and you won't have to put up with this anymore. Number 50 is, well, yes, What have I done to deserve this? Pet Shop Boys with Dusty Springfield. That's a very decent effort there. Halfway point of the top 100 of 1988. Number 49, Do the Locomotion With Me. That's Kylie Minogue. Number 48 is I Don't Want to Live Without Your Love by Chicago. Number 47, Should've Known Better, Richard Marx. Oh, very good. At number 46, Devil Inside, La 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 la, the Devil Inside by In Excess. Number 45, Get the Monkey Off Your Back, George Michael. Number 44, Oh, Together Forever and Never to Part, Together Forever We Two by Rick Astley. Number 43, I Don't Wanna, hang on, how does it go? No, I don't wanna go on with you like that, is Elton John. Number 42 is Kokomo by the Beach Boys. Number 41 is Bad Medicine, Bon Jovi. Number 46 is She's Like the Wind Through the Trees by Patrick Swayze featuring W. Fraser. Number 39, Red Wine, UB40. Number 38 is Make Me Lose Control, Eric Carmen. Number 37, Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin. Number 36 is The Way You Make Me Feel by Michael Jackson. Number 35 is Hazy Shade of Winter, The Bangles. Number 34 is Angel by Aerosmith. Number 33 is Where Do Broken Hearts Go by Whitney Houston. Number 32 is Foolish Beat by Debbie Gibson. Number 31 is Those Endless Summer Nights by Richard Marx. So not quite the right melody there. Number 30 is Love Bites. Love Bites! Love Breathes. So is it Breathes or Breathes? Def Leppard. Number 29 is It's a Groovy Kind of Love by Phil Collins. Wow, amazing effort by Samantha Fox at number 28 with Naughty Girls Need Love Too. Number 27 is Father Figure by George Michael. Number 26 is Shattered Dreams by Johnny Hates Jazz. Number 25 is Hungry Eyes by Eric Carmen. Number 24 is Hold On to the Nights by Richard Marx. Number 23 is Simply Irresistible, Robert Palmer. Number 22, this is a surprise actually, because these are all kind of rock, kind of pop rock, but this one is back to pure pop, is Shake Your Love, na 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 na, Debbie Gibson. Number 21, Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson. Number 20 is I'll Always Love You by Taylor Dane. Number 19 is Pour Some Sugar on Me and My Coffee by Def Leppard. Number 18 is Wild Wild West, The Wild Wild West by The Escape Club. Number 16 is Seasons Change by Expose. Number 15 is Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Yaris Car by Billy Ocean. Number 14, I Will Be the Flame, Cheap Trick. Number 13 is Anything for You, Anything for You. Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine. Number 12, Living Like a Wishing Well, la la la, ni ni na 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 na, by Terence Trent D'Arby. Again, he's changed his name since then. Number 11, getting to the top 10. Number 11 is One More Try by George Michael. And here we go, the top 10 people of the American Top 40, Top 100 Songs for 1988. Are you ready? Go crazy. Number 10 is Roll With It Baby by Steve Winwood. Number 9 is Those Hands to Heaven and Pray by Breathe. Number 8 is Could Have Been So Beautiful, Could Have Been So Right by Tiffany. Number 7, pretty good, Heaven Is a Place on Earth by Belinda Carlisle. Number 6, very apt, So Emotional Baby, la 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 by Whitney Houston. Number 5, Sweet Child of Mine, Guns N' Roses. Probably not the right melody there. Number 4, whoa, Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down by Rick Astley. Number 3, as Weird Al would say, This Song Is Just 6 Words Long, I Got My Mind Set on You by George Harrison. Wow, this is an amazing feat by Australian band INXS. Number 2, I Need You Tonight. And the number 1, Do You Have Faith? George Michael has. It's Faith! So there you go. The paper's actually a bit yellowing. I've had it for, well, I've possibly had it since 1988, clearly. Or at some point in the 80s, late 80s. There you go. And now on to the next one. I might just quickly go through this one, since this is 1996, into the 90s now. This is the Rolling Stone magazine Readers Poll. When you entered this, you entered to win a Philips personal CD microsystem, big in the day, that has a radio/tape /CD player valued at a whopping $439. And 5 runner, that's the first prize, and then 5 runners up will receive Philips cordless headphones or a set of Philips funky new ear gear. I'm talking about earbuds. Anyway, this is 1996. Okay, so you had to nominate. So on the left side is the Australian/New Zealand bands and artists, and on the other side is international. So I'll just go from the bottom and to the top. Let's just go from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to read out the Australian/New Zealand artists pick for me, and then the international pick on the other side. So, Artist of the Year, obviously my tastes, if I did this now, definitely would not match this, probably not at all. I put Crowded House. Internationally, I put Pearl Jam. Goodness, what was I thinking? Best Album, I've put, Crowded House must be my taste at that time. So Recurring Dream, The Very Best of Crowded House. Oh, internationally, here we go. That's more my sort of style. Is Bilingual by Pet Shop Boys, although best album bilingual. Anyway, yeah, a bit lukewarm about that one. Next one is worst album. I put Romeo's Heart by John Farnham. Okay, I didn't even had an album called Romeo's Heart. There you go. And for international, I put Falling Into You by Celine Dion. Wow, I don't mind this stuff, actually. This is really interesting. Shows my tastes have changed in different ways. Next one is best single. I put Soldiers by You Am I. Okay. Internationally, I put Hello Space Boy by David Bowie. Worst single, I Want You by Savage Garden. I actually don't mind them. Now, worst single internationally, I chose It's All Coming Back to You by Celine Dion. Wow, I had a lot of negativity to Celine Dion. Best band, Crowded House. Best band internationally, REM. Best new act, Human Nature. Best new act internationally, Ash. I can't even name one of their songs, and I nominated them as the best new act. Best male singer locally is Neil Finn from Crowded House. Best male singer internationally, George Michael. Okay, that's acceptable. Best female singer locally, Kate Ceberano. Interesting that I didn't put Kylie Minogue, but Kate Ceberano, because by 1996, yeah, I'm definitely a fully fledged Kylie Minogue fan, and also Pet Shop Boys. So, interestingly, I didn't, list them more or further. Best female singer for me internationally, Suzanne Vega from Bangles. Best songwriter, Neil Finn. I have to give credit there. His lyrics are pretty good. Best songwriter internationally is George Michael. Best producer is Neil Finn. Best producer internationally, George Michael. Best indie rock band, Rail. I think I was in for because I actually won that CD from, like a magazine competition or something. I won the actual Rail CD by the band Rail. Best indie rock band internationally, Everclear. Again, I'm nominating bands I have no idea of. I can't believe that I had more idea of it then. I don't have any idea now. Best hard rock band, AC/DC. Okay, yep, that's good. Best hard rock band internationally, Tool. Again, I'm not that familiar. I suppose it's just nominating, what you like. It doesn't mean it has to be true. This is really shocking. Did I actually fill this in? Is this my is this my entry? No, it is. I can see the details there, where the field's name, address, city, postcode, etc. Okay, onward. Best dance act, Human Nature, locally. Okay, best dance act internationally, Robert Miles. Yeah, best video, Everything Is Good For You, Crowded House. I'm really into Crowded House in 1996. Best video internationally, Before by the Pet Shop Boys. Okay, there we go. That makes sense. Putting my favourite UK band there. Worst video, I Want You by Savage Garden. Again, they're not so bad looking back now. Worst video internationally, Spaceman by Babylon Zoo. Best album cover, Breathe by Midnight Oil. I don't even remember how that looks like. Best international album cover, No Code by Pearl Jam. Best reissue album, The History of the Sky by Tactics. Who on earth are they? Oh my goodness, this is unbelievable. Best reissue album internationally, Anthology 3 by the Beatles. Okay. Best radio station locally, Triple J. Is this sponsored by Triple J? No, not necessarily. Best. Hang on a minute. Oh, that's interesting. So it got best radio station for Australia/New Zealand, but it doesn't have the equivalent for international. On that same line for best radio station, Triple J, then internationally it says best tour, and I put Chris Isaak, although I don't think I've ever seen him live. This is really poorly, poor entries here, poorly thought entries on my part. Highest Hope for 1997, Powderfinger. Again, I'm really not that big on them. Why did I nominate them? Maybe they were pretty, emerging at that time. Brightest Hope for 1997 for international, Ash. I really have little or to no clue as well. Last two categories. Comeback of the year locally, Midnight Oil. I don't know what they had in 1996. Comeback of the internationally, George Michael. And lastly, but not least, hype of the year, Crowded House. Maybe Crowded House fans would be hyped, but I don't know. That was probably, not very deeply thought out there. And Hyper the Michael Jackson, well, he's always kind of was in and out of the news, wasn't he? Not just in 1996. So there you go. Well, no surprise I didn't win any of the prizes there, but it was fun filling it out. And this was Rolling Stone magazine, December 1996. So if you won the prize, I guess just in time for Christmas maybe of that year. But boy, some of those choices, if I filled it out now, it'd be very different. Oh, how about I fill it out now? Yeah, there you go. I know you want this to be like a 50-minute video. No, it's just coming on 20 minutes. Okay, so if I had to vote this now for 2024, again, going Australia, New Zealand / New Zealand, and then international, Artist of the Year for 2024, I would definitely have to say Kylie Minogue. I mean, yes, I think she's going to be in many categories. I mean, I'm biased because I'm a Kylie fan, but she's Australian, and yep, she's had her year this year. You know, from the Las Vegas residency to the Tension and Tension 2 albums. You know, that's just scratching the surface. So internationally, oh, this is hard. Well, I would have to say Pet Shop Boys. In their own way, they're still chugging along. Their latest album, Nonetheless, for 2024 has not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 physical single releases on CD single. So that's amazing. So yes, Pet Shop Boys. For best album, I know you're gonna think I'm gonna say Tension or Tension 2. I think I'd have to say Tension. Although as much as I love Tension 2, yeah, I enjoy Tension more, and I would give that to Kylie Minogue. Best international album, yeah, I'd give it to Nonetheless, Pet Shop Boys, Nonetheless. Worst album, this is hard when they put worst. Worst album for Australia or New Zealand. Well, no, I'd have to say, yeah, on the flipping it over is Crowded House. Their latest album, Gravity Stairs. I haven't actually bought it. I've listened to it on YouTube, and it's, I mean, you want to block your ears, Crowded House fans out there. It's so bland. I find it bland. I've tried listening to it. I mean, it's melancholic, but it just seems to be like they've run out of steam, or I don't know, Neil Finn doesn't care. That's a big judgment on my part. But yeah, Gravity Stairs is the worst album locally. Worst album internationally? Oh boy, it's a tough one. Worst album internationally? Oh dear. That's really a hard one. If I had to think international, worst album. Oh gosh, time's ticking away. I think I'll just have to pause to think about it for a moment. No, I can't actually answer that. Nothing's really grabbed my mind, my attention in terms of worst album internationally. I'll have to leave that blank. Best single, ooh, would have to be one of Kylie's, wouldn't it? Would it be Padum Padum? Yeah, let's give it to Padum Padum. I mean, on my channel, I have spoofed it twice. I've called it Pardon Pardon and also Papadum Papadum. So it's had some effect on me. So, yep. Best single internationally. Oh, yeah, we'll give it to one of the Pet Shop Boys singles. Which one, though, of the 5? I think New London Boy. Yeah, the 5th one that I'm waiting for the physical release to come in the mail. Where are we up to now? Worst single. Oh, this is hard when they've got worse, isn't it? A worst single locally or New Zealand. Well, any from Crowded House's latest album. Yeah, Gravity Stairs. So there you go. I haven't really followed it. I don't know. Well, I would have had at least one single from it. I don't know any further than that. Worst single internationally. Oh, again, it's hard. I'll have to leave that blank. Best band locally. Band. So Kylie Minogue's not a band. She's solo. Oh, best local band. Oh, gosh, this is so tough. I can't think of anyone. Oh, this is so bad. Yeah, I have to leave that blank. Best band internationally. Who's coming next year that I'm seeing? Best band internationally. Oh, I'll have to leave that blank as well. Oh, well, of course, best band. Well, could you call Pet Shop Boys a band? I guess they're a duo. I'd have to say the Pet Shop Boys then. I'll put for best band there. Best new act for Australia. Oh, that's tough. Leave that blank. Best new act internationally blank. Best male singer locally. Troye Sivan. Yeah, I'll nominate Troye Sivan. I'll be seeing his concert in 3 More Sleeps here at the Sydney My Music Bowl in Melbourne. Best male singer internationally. Ooh, this is a tough one. Well, it says singer, doesn't differentiate whether it's a solo singer or a band singer. I think I'd have to give it to Brad Simpson from the Vamps. Yeah, I'll say Brad Simpson. Best female singer locally, yes, Kylie Minogue. Best female singer internationally, wow. Best female singer internationally. I think I'll give it to Cyndi Lauper. Yeah, apparently she's, if it's true, I'm talking about her farewell tour of Cyndi Lauper. Because there have been other acts where they say farewell tour, but then they've continued on. So I'll put Cyndi Lauper as the best female singer internationally. Best songwriter locally, I'd say Kylie Minogue. Yeah, she's done a lot more co-writing and writing of her lyrics of songs. So, yep, Kylie Minogue. Best songwriter international, I'd say Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe collectively. Although I think it's more that, actually, no, they both contribute in the lyrics, but I'd say Neil is more in that area, and Chris does more of the instrumentation. So, anyway, yeah, so that's both Neil and Chris for that one, for best songwriters. Best producer, I'd say Kylie Minogue. Yeah. In her latest interviews, she's been saying during lockdown she's learned to, with technology moving forward, not only mobile phones but audio equipment, she's able to record tracks at home of, like at least do a demo version. So, and produced music of her own for herself, by herself. Yeah, so that's Kylie Minogue for best producer locally. Best producer internationally, well, yes, it'd have to be Chris Lowe and Neil Tennant again for the Pet Shop Boys. Best indie rock band locally. Oh, I've really kind of drifted away from the indie scene, so I'd have to leave that blank again. Locally, internationally, also leaving blank. Best dance act. Well, it says dance act. It doesn't say like male, female, or group. So I'd have to say Kylie Minogue. I mean, if you're not going to bop to Kylie Minogue, there's something wrong there. So, yep, looking forward to her Tension tour next year in February here in Melbourne. So, yep, best dance act is Kylie Minogue. Best dance act internationally, yes, Pet Shop Boys. They do some melancholy tracks and orchestrated tracks, but there are some bangers like Always on My Mind and Go West, and yeah, you can't help but bop to those. Where are we now? Best video. Ooh, lots of ones by Kylie, haven't they? They've been quite visual and striking. I'd say Padum Padum's quite striking. Red is one of my two favorite colors, red and blue. I mean, that's just a side note. But yeah, I'd say Padum Padum. Kylie Minogue for best video. Best video for, I'd have to give it to one of the Pet Shop Boys ones. I suppose Feel was quite kind of raw, so to speak. It was very kind of just like fly on the wall. If Pet Shop Boys fans know what I'm talking about, or if you're not a fan and you want to check it out, the music video for Feel by Pet Shop Boys, it's off their Nonetheless album. Where are we? Worst video. Oh, that's tough. Nah, locally leave that blank. And actually probably for any of the Crowded House, but that's not fair. I haven't actually seen their music videos properly for Gravity Stairs, so leave that blank. Worst video internationally, I'll also leave that blank. Best album cover. Ooh, is it going to be Tension or Tension 2 by Kylie? Just trying to remember what the album looks like for Tension. Oh yeah, it's that diamond. I guess green is not my favorite color, but the Tension 2 album is okay, the cover. Would I give it to anyone else locally? Actually, I'll give it to Troye Sivan for his latest album. What is the name of his latest album? Oh gosh, what is the name of it? Oh, Something to Give Each Other. Yes, I'll give it to Troye Sivan for best album cover. Best international cover, yes, I'll give it to, of course, the Pet Shop Boys, biased there, for Nonetheless. They return to they're actually appearing on the covers. They haven't for some of the most recent releases, such as Electric and Super. Hotspot, they did kind of appear in kind of a faded silhouette. So nonetheless, they've returned to, I guess, the most similar album cover to compare it to would be Actually, where they appear side by side with the famous or infamous Yawn by Neil Tennant and just Chris staring blankly, indifferently. So yeah, so nonetheless by Pet Shop Boys for best album cover. Best reissue album. I mean, could you call Tension 2 reissue? Not, it's not really a reissue, it's been issued. But as Carly said, it's kind of like the leftover tracks from Tension, or that couldn't fit on Tension, or she didn't put on Tension. I'm going to go with that. I mean, this is just, this that doesn't have to be, strictly adhered to. So I'm going to give best reissue album to Tension 2, or maybe even Tension Deluxe. It was reissued with extra tracks. Best reissue album internationally. Well, yes, nonetheless, has actually been re-released in a double CD format. I'm still waiting for that to arrive, but it hasn't been released yet. It's got a release date for December sometime, so it's still November now. No surprise there, giving most of the international categories to the Pet Shop Boys. Best radio station for locally. I don't really listen to radio all that much, actually, even though I love music. I would have to say 91.5, I think it is. It's kind of an easy listening sort of Christian-based station. I mean, I'm not overly religious, but I do like that, and maybe other stations do it, but they have a Channel 9 news simulcast at 6 p.m. So when I drive home from work, I tune into that and I can listen to the news. It's directly off the television telecasts, but you don't hear the television ads. When that is playing, you hear their radio station ads, and then it goes back to the live feed of the Channel 9 nightly news. So yeah, I think 91.5 is their frequency. Oh, I forget the name of the station, but that's the frequency, 91.5. And again, on that same line internationally, it says best tour. I'd have to give it to the Pet Shop Boys, although I haven't seen them of late. Their Discovery, oh, no, was it Discovery? No, it was their greatest hits tour. What did they call that? Oh gosh, this is bad coming from a Pet Shop Boys fan. So I have to pause it. What was the name of their greatest hits tour? One moment, I'll just look it up. Very non-typical Pet Shop Boys title for a tour. It's called Dream World, The Greatest Hits Live. Yeah, that's been touring for about 2 or 3 years, but not to Australia, unfortunately. I don't know why they've not chosen to come to Australia for that tour. So I can't really give it to the Pet Shop Boys. Best tour, I guess I could give it to one of the tours I'm going to see or have seen this year. Well, I know I'm cheating a little bit. I haven't actually seen it because it's in 3 days' time, or 3 more sleeps' time. This Thursday, I'll give it to Troye Sivan. Oh, no, is that international? No, he's local. Actually, I'll give it to Big Time Rush. I was quite impressed. I had minimal information or knowledge about that band, but I saw them twice here when they came to Melbourne at the Northcote Theatre and the Festival Hall. And yeah, I was impressed. I mean, the Festival Hall, I think, is better suited for their concert performance because it was a bigger stage. They had lighting on the stage and a backing screen, which they didn't have in the Northcote Theatre. So I'll give it to Big Time Rush for this year, best tour for this year, 2024. The last 2 categories, comeback of the year. Yes, Kylie Minogue, although she's never really been, well, you could argue she's been away since the album Golden, but in a sense she hasn't been, in the time between Golden and Tension. She has still been, in the news. She doesn't just sit on her thumbs. So yeah, I'd say Kylie Minogue. And comeback of the year, yes, is actually Pet Shop Boys. Again, the same. They're continually working, although their previous album was Hotspot, and was it about 5 years or so? Quite a lengthy gap, 4 or 5 years between albums. Yeah, they're back with a vengeance with nonetheless. So Pet Shop Boys. And the last category, hype of the year. Yep, in both cases, of course, Kylie Minogue and the Pet Shop Boys. I'm just so excited for her tour, international tour starting in Australia, Kylie Minogue Tension Tour 2025, and if Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe are able to adhere to their plan. They mentioned when they were on, what show was it? The Project, I think it's still called. Is it still called The Project on Channel 10 here in Melbourne? well, broadcast in Melbourne. I'm not actually sure where it's actually broadcast from, but when they were on interviews sometime this year, earlier on this year, when they were promoting Nonetheless, they said they might have, this talk or plans for coming back to Australia, or talk of coming back to Australia, or words to that effect. But unfortunately, nothing concrete yet, and we're already reaching November. So if they were to announce a tour, you think tickets might go on sale sometime for the remaining weeks of 2024. Anyway, it's possible they might tour. If say they tour in December next year, the tickets might go on sale in February or March. I don't know. But anyway, I'll give it to the Pet Shop Boys as a hype, because for Australian fans that is a bit of a hype that I hope that Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe come true through their words. They didn't promise, but they said there's talk of coming back to Australia, or plans, or in discussion. So please make it true. It'd be such a banger of a year of Kylie and Pet Shop Boys who were touring in the same year. So yeah, there you go. So that's enough of that. My gosh, 35 minutes and almost on 36 minutes. If you've reached this far and you're still watching, I thank you very much. You must love music as much as I do. So I'll leave that there for now. And yeah, thanks for watching, and until the next video. Bye for now.